Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to your next 30-day reading. We're going to look at what the next 30 days are going to look like for you. Remember that tarot readings are timeless. So it's not literally the next 30 days, or maybe it is for you. I don't know what your world is like. Leave what doesn't resonate, or what am I saying? Sorry. I'm doing nighttime readings, which I don't usually do. But the last reading went really well. Take what resonates, leave behind what does not, and just enjoy the reading, guys. Okay? So for the next 30 days for Scorpio, we're going to look at the bottom of the deck for you. What does this? Oh, Justice. This is nice. I like this card. It's giving very Cruella de Vil. I enjoy her. I enjoy that for you. Justice. I feel like things are finally going in your favor, Scorpio placements. I feel like you're trying to also create balance in your life. Okay? And I mean balance between your light and your dark, as the picture shows. This feels like successfully integrating your shadow self, successfully integrating your inner child into your current self. I was just saying in the Libra reading that I came to this revelation in therapy that I believe our inner child, anything that's unresolved becomes our shadow self. I don't know if that's some unique thing I came up with, but shout out to therapy, okay? I feel like that's what that is. So this feels like a balancing of your internal self. I feel like this is you also finding justice in a situation. We'll see when we pull the rest of the cards. Let's look at the bottom of this deck. Let's at the bottom of this one. We got Infinity. I like that. Infinity is a great card. Okay, Infinity is a great card. The message, whether it's upside down or not, it remains the same. Okay, Infinity is really essentially about, being connected to your higher self. I'm going to read it, and they word it way better. It's way more poetic wording for how they describe this card, but that is my paraphrasing of the card. You are very connected to the universe. You're very connected to your spiritual self, and this is a really good card, and I feel like it's confirming this justice energy. This is like integration, like perfect integration, or like successful integration. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, what's at the bottom of this one? Okay, we got the moon in Pisces. Beware of indulging in negative or depressive tendencies. Okay. All right. Of course, that is so Scorpio. Things are going so well. And they're like, actually, bitch. Actually. Not even trying to be negative, but like let's get raw, let's get real, let's get dark. Let's get to the real stuff. Let's get to the meaty stuff. And with the moon in Pisces is all about, that spiritual shit, right? Pisces is all about, I feel like Pisces and Scorpio are like clones of one another in a sense. They can both be really dark. I think Pisces can be a little more delusional because it's ruled by Neptune. But it's also ruled by Jupiter, which, makes sense for this energy right here too. It's like, yeah, we're going into the dark, but we're going into the dark so we can go to the light, bitch. Follow me. Like that part in, I forgot what it's called. In Avatar, The Last Airbender, when they had to go through the love caves, and it's like the only way out was through. So it feels very much like that. I forgot what the caves are called. Ooh, I need to rewatch that show. That's my show. I enjoy that. I love a good TV movie reference just coming up, in a reading. But it says beware of indulging in negative or depressive tendencies, because Scorpio, when you do that, you tend to get consumed by it. So I'm not going to say don't celebrate whatever justice you got. I will say be mindful of how you celebrate, whether this is like quite literal, like you won something, you know, things went in your favor and you were granted something, or like a situation turned out to work in your favor, whether people know about it, whether it's a big thing or a small thing. Overindulging in that can lead to some sort of spiral. Okay, that's very specific for someone. I feel like some of you get triggered by things going well and things going in your favor, because that's not a thing that happens for you usually, or you're not used to it happening to you. So you're just like, okay, if things are going well, that means things are going to go terrible next. So this feels very, don't self-sabotage, Scorpio. Let's not self-sabotage. I'm going to read the Infinity card for you. Okay. You're holding the key. Limitless doors are about to open. Bask in the infinite potential that is shining down upon you. Balance is restored. Okay? Consciousness opened. Inspiration peaked. Get ready for something truly transcendent. Upright or reverse is the same message. An intense cosmic shift may be upon you. A sense of calm, of everything clicking into place. The continuation of life and energy. A deep connection to the spiritual world. Things are becoming balanced in a way that goes beyond the physical. So whatever got balanced out here in the physical world for you, it was already balanced beyond you. And it just finally made its way to you. But I feel like there's more coming. And this is a warning not to screw the pooch in the meantime. Because I'm not going to say you're being tested. I'm going to say that life is going to continue lifing. So yes, things are going well, right? You're connecting with yourself in a deeper, more ethereal, like a beautiful way, in words that I can't even think of. And I think some of you need to kind of disconnect, in a sense, from how much you are indulging in your spiritual practices, because too much spiritual work, too much of that without the proper hygiene and without the proper boundaries, without the proper routine and, you know, how you go about this, right? Without the proper ethics, you could risk some sort of psychosis. And with that psychosis brings in the negative thoughts, the depressive episodes. You could trigger yourself into a state of mind that will not benefit you. Okay, and if you are someone that believes you need help with this, please speak to someone who you trust. Okay, so let's look at the cards for you, Aquarius. I don't know, maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. Maybe Aquarius season, something is going to happen. Maybe for some of you, the justice has not come in yet, and Aquarius season is when you will experience that. Aquarius season might be very important for Scorpio placements. Where is Aquarius? Hold on. So we have Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Okay. So for your fourth, so for some of you, there could be something going on at home. If you're in a Scorpio rising, I said Aquarius, I didn't mean to, but something to be happening at home, and you could be at risk for overindulging at home. I would encourage you to take breaks from being at home if home is somewhere that is very triggering for you. Okay, find a balance between, being home and being somewhere that you deem as safer for you. If you're someone who lives in a place that you do not feel safe in, that was for you. Please don't be there all the time. Don't feel like you have to stay there. We got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This feels like self-sabotage. This feels like not working on yourself. This feels like not focusing on yourself. This feels like being distracted by other things. Okay, some of you are probably doing work that is not fulfilling to you, which I can understand that may trigger, the depressive episodes. It may trigger the indulgence of things that are not good for you. I understand that. I get it. You might be bored with work. You might be, we got the Queen of Cups here. You might be overindulging in like materialistic things. You might be doing things that really are not of you right now, but it feels safe for you. It feels comforting for you. And the Queen of Cups is a comforting energy. The Queen of Cups is like, it could be like a therapist or a mother figure or someone with this kind of energy. It doesn't have to be a woman, okay? It could be anyone that has this maternal, nurturing energy. And this could be something that you need right now. I think some of you may be reconnecting with an old teacher, possibly at your job. I feel like there's going to be some sort of opportunity that comes in for someone at their job, which could be the Justice, right? This could be the Infinity card coming through. Again, do not self-sabotage. This is someone that needs to reconnect with their emotions. Maybe there has been a disconnect from your emotions and you've been very wrapped up in the spiritual side of things, which it feels good because sometimes when we're doing our spiritual work, we get caught up in what the future is going to look like because we've seen it, right? Or we've connected to it, or that's what we're trying to manifest. But then there comes a time where you gotta put your feet on the ground, right? You gotta become emotionally stable, and the spiritual work is only as strong as you are. So somebody just needs, I feel like that was confirmation. I feel like some of you are very, okay, come on. I feel like some of you are very disconnected from your emotions, and you may be feeling like the things that you're working on as far as the spiritual stuff and trying to connect it with the material world, something you're trying to manifest is not coming through fast enough. But I think, and it's connected to this job that you hate or whatever, right? It's connected to you half-assing it at work, right? I think some of you are not understanding that without the emotional and mental fortitude, this spiritual shit don't mean nothing. It has to all connect, okay? Some of you don't feel connected to your ancestors. You should ask your elders more questions if you can. Okay, you should ask more questions if you feel like that's something you need to do. Okay. All right. If you're trying to, okay. We got the Nine of Wands here. You do feel very guarded. You feel, I feel like someone is tired right now. We got the Eight of Cups in the reverse, and we got the Five of Wands. There is some inner conflict here. There is some sort of, I feel like this is you being conflicted with the part of you that wants to crash out, low-key. That's what it's giving. It feels like things are going well. I need to mess it up. And it's like you're on guard for yourself. The way I lined these cards up, this is underneath the Infinity card. I feel like you're guarding this. You're guarding this energy. Like, energetically, this is what you align with. This is what you want. But you're having a hard time disconnecting from the part of you that wants to destroy it, because it's not that you want to be miserable. It's just that you don't believe you can that you can feel this way. right? It's that, okay, things are going in my favor. How do I balance out this with this? How do I balance this shit out? Okay, and part of balancing it out means you gotta be real with yourself about your feelings. We got the Eight of Cups in the reverse here. There's something you don't want to let go of. There's something you don't want to walk away from. And I feel like that's part of the problem. The way I lined it up is underneath the moon in Pisces. I'm just lining it up so it could look aesthetically pleasing to me. But I feel like there's a message right here anyway. Okay, we got the Queen of Cups under the Justice card, right? This is emotional balance. Emotional and mental fortitude. This is you needing to find that balance between your mind and your body and your feelings. Yeah, this feels like what you're trying to manifest, you're not even ready for because you lack the self-esteem to maintain it. You lack the self-esteem to accept it. And there's conflict here with what you're trying to manifest and where you are in reality. Why is it doing that? I don't want it to do that. There is a conflict between what you want and what you're trying to do and realistically where you are. But you're trying to be so disconnected from where you are. It's like, it feels like a battle. Like you're exhausting yourself. Okay. I feel like you've been here before because you're having a hard time learning from the past. You're afraid of moving on from this. You're afraid of letting go of these tendencies. You're afraid of letting go of these habits because once upon a time they kept you safe, or you believe they kept you safe. But with the Queen of Cups here, have no fear. I feel like there is going to be some sort of help here. I really do believe that. I feel like there is a figure here. Could be a Libra, or it could be somebody that is pretty diplomatic. Someone that has a hold on their emotions and they have the mental fortitude to be of assistance to you. Somebody could be like a therapist. I feel like maybe some of you are thinking about going to therapy or talking to someone who is kind of like a therapist because they've been through this shit. And it's like, I have things to say to you. I can help you. Some of you could be getting help via YouTube and shit like that. I support that. I get it. Because things are, you're going to be blessed in a way that you will not be able to fully appreciate until you clear your mind, until you let your guards down, until you stop fighting yourself and fighting this amazing shit that's trying to come in and trying to convince it that you don't deserve it. But you've been trying to manifest it for how long? And now it's here and you want to fuck it up subconsciously. Okay, because you hate certain things going on in your life. Let's see what happens. Let's let things take its course. But practice there's something you need to practice with your emotions. Not being so reactive. You could Google how to do that. Unless you have a therapist, you could just ask them. Practice how to, self-soothe when you're triggered. You can practice just not saying anything sometimes. You could practice breathing exercises. There's this thing called alternative breathing. I think I said it. I don't think it's called alternative breathing. But I learned it when I was doing yoga. And you take your thumb and I forget the other finger. But I want to, maybe this? I don't know. I forget. But I forgot how to do it. But you close one nostril, breathe in, hold it, switch, and then exhale out of the other one. And it calms your nervous system. it like resets you. I could put a link to that in the description for you, Scorpio. But yeah, that was good. Let's do a final message. There's a certain way you hold your fingers. I haven't done it in so long because I just regular deep breathe and all that stuff. But that shit, I may need to do that. I think it's called like alternative breathing. I think that's what it's called. But I'll put a link to the video I learned it from in the description box. Okay. So final message for Scorpios for the next 30 days. Okay. Final message for Scorpio for the next 30 days. I deserve to love myself. You do. I'll see you next time.